Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good Tuesday. Tuesday? Yeah, June 10th. We're gonna review some 0-day options I traded today on SPY. Small account challenge. Still going. Another tight range day. Let's see, 4 points, so slightly larger than yesterday, I think, but the price action was at least better. Even though it was kind of hard to catch some of these moves. We're still in this large wedge, or not wedge, but basically channel. Very mellow channel to the upside. Here's Eric at SPY Day Trading. This chart still in this large one. So those big candles intraday are just testing kind of the boundaries of it. At least we got one there, and then we still haven't even really quite tested the top of the range. So yeah, price action day that was a little better intraday. Pretty slow morning again, and the market's still waiting on, looks like data, I guess. CPI is tomorrow, so I've kind of just been consolidating more or less the last few days. And yeah, this morning I got this red channel here. A little bit late this morning, but not too late. Didn't miss anything. Let's see, white, magenta, and red. Excuse me. So in the morning we were kind of right in the middle of that upward channel in the 30-minute time frame. Kind of making an inverse head and shoulders actually. So we made this shoulder yesterday up here. That liquidity is built. We're still coming down in the green, and then yeah, this morning we kind of coming up here, so we kind of made this inverse head, looking to see if it grabs it and breaks the green, which is kind of what I was looking for. So we did, but you know, we're still just stuck in this range regardless. And let's see, this was the break right there. That was the break and grab that liquidity on the 30-minute, and then it proceeded to just mellow out. I took my trade on the small account. It's a red trade again. Not doing too well. I guess I need to be more patient. I don't know. Yeah. Today, I knew where my stop should be. After I opened it, I was like, that's where my stop's going to be. Or, well, I had two stops. I had one with this steeper channel, this white one. And then my second one was green, but I'm like, I don't want to hold all the way over there. So basically, grinding, lots of liquidity down here. Had this nice sprout, looked like a head. Regardless, it rejected this red, confirming that as resistance. Had it here as support on the lowest candles there. We broke it and grabbed that shoulder, so have a nice little head and shoulder, and I think I'm in somewhere right around here. Waiting for a green candle would have helped, but not much. I don't know where let's see. I'm in there. 11:01 where I got in. So I did, I guess, wait on a green candle. Let's see, where did I get it actually? I maybe got it closer to this high, thinking of a resistance. Yeah, I maybe did pretty well. I think I did get it up there. Yeah, so I got it up here, somewhere around there. And thinking I want to sell only this white. I don't, it's, you know, actually I didn't even have the green one chart at that point. That's part of the issue, like, I'm not identifying all the different algos soon enough, then it's just more difficult to take the morning trades, and the morning trades have been pretty crappy lately. It's been very grindy in the morning. But yeah, grabbed it there, closed it out here. Yeah, I just didn't, again, I didn't want to wait until it made its way all the way over to here or up to green, because even just this amount is like, that could have been like 30-40% decay. But lo and behold, it did end up rejecting this green, and yeah, you can always be patient and wait for it to hit nice resistance, but sometimes it grabs this and goes, and that's where you're kind of waiting for the steeper, more precision channel, and volume, of course. That's always a good indicator. In this case, I don't know if I had this gold one yet, so I had the white one, which I knew about, but that wasn't quite steep enough. Anyways, yeah, so better here for an open position for puts, just because that'd be your stop. But regardless, this was kind of a tricky trade. This shoulder just carried on and on and on. But did end up rejecting that green and then sold off in the gold. So I missed that. But then on the big account, I picked up calls. Now why I picked up calls was partially because this didn't make a really great head for one. I mean, it did make a head, but also this wick down here was almost a perfect test on the bottom of that, bottom of that channel. So that was that one? No, it was this one. Yeah, it was this one right here. It came down, and without it breaking, which, yeah. So then it started to kind of grind back up. So I'm like, all right, it looks like it's just testing the bottom of that one. That was part of the reason I was looking for potential bounce, and I didn't want to get it until we had broken at least the steepest buying or selling channel right here, this gold one. So I got calls on the big account. I think on this candle, but man, my fill was disgusting. Just because the velocity at that point, the premiums were kind of pumping, I guess. I don't know, because I got filled somewhere here on this green candle when it closed above it, and the things just were red for all here. I don't think it actually went green until it VWAP. So I ended up selling one or two, unfortunately, just through here, reducing risk. Partially because this was also rejecting someone else's chart. I think, yeah, maybe this white one they had. It was kind of rejecting, and I'm like, and because my entry was so ugly. Another one where I should have just maybe held it a little bit more, but my stop is so far too. Yeah, I think maybe I had purple in there to give me a better idea on. Yeah, even purple from down there is way far away, so you can see it there. But yeah. Anyways, if I had a little more confidence in this trade, I would have held more. But I held one, and it was a green trade. I think I held it to here. Yeah, because green, this was my last resistance. So yeah, I did sell the last one right here, which could have been an entry too after it broke, but it was starting to reject it right there. So that's where I closed my last one. And then I probably traded in here a little too much. Little grindy. Next trade. Let's see. I can't quite remember. I maybe took the break on this purple. Oh, you know what? I actually got it right here. I don't know if I got it up there, but I got the break right here on this red. Yeah, I did do that trade. That trade was crazy, actually. I got it like right. It was actually further down because the channel I was following was not quite as aggressive. It was either Eric's or Amper's. And it didn't break theirs until down here, and mine was up here. So I waited for theirs, and it was literally right at that candle, right at the top of it. And then it went boom, 100% in a second. And I closed out as quick as I could, but it was, by the time I closed, it was like 50%. And I only closed one, and then I closed the other two, I think, once we broke that green. Or sorry, broke this gold. And I actually maybe even flipped long again, tried to do the same thing I did back here. Didn't work here, ended up just stopping out of that one. It could have, but such a slow grind. Where this is my stop down here too, so it's a little sketchy, but it did end up coming up and making this little inverse head, shoulder, and jumping back into this this white channel, this less aggressive white channel. This is an entry I wouldn't normally take though. This is a hard one for me to see. And then I'm just kind of going from memory. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I got in right here on one of these candles. Same sort of deal. I think I closed out of one or two of them and held the last one. It did end up rejecting that white, which was nice. And that was a nice trade, but actually it wasn't even that green just because of the bad fills late in the day. Also, if it's out of the money, you're just gonna get decayed in 15 minutes on a contract. If it's out of the money, the last hour or so is pretty ugly. So yeah, not great. I think we should have the market moving around, some volume back in it tomorrow after CPLI. And didn't even show you guys. Yeah, red day. I need to get a couple 100%ers at least here, or we're gonna have to refund. Fortunately, that was super fast. But thanks for watching. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy Monday 6th round. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.